Congratulations, you have pressed play on the $1 million question for Amazon ads. You guys, thank you for being here. Everybody asks so many questions about ads, and I actually love it. So I triple dog dare you to see how many questions you can ask about ads on this video. In this video, I'm talking about my 3-7-10 method, and I'm grateful that you're here. So thank you for pressing play. My name is Jenny Hansen Lane. I'm a digital marketer, a course creator, coach, author. I started building a passive income stream on KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, 16 months ago, have crossed the $62,000 mark in 515 days, and dove into Amazon ads. I have a background in Facebook ads, so I say that I'm not like an analytical geek, but I am. And I love that I am an analytical geek. So let's dive into it. How long do you run ads for? When do you turn off ads? All these questions. I had to develop a method because I had over 230 campaigns. And this was my method. I started to keep track and I noticed, I have a method. The 3-7-10-14-30. How long do you run ads for? I love that question because it's so vague. And essentially, my answer, if you're not one of my clients that I coach and you want to be, reach out to me. If you're not in my bids and budget ad momentum playbook group, that's where it's actually a program where we have over 20 strategies. These are all strategies I developed to optimize my ads and help me get over that $62,000 income threshold. Okay. So when someone says to me, like, how long do you run your ads? They're asking me like, they're asking me like, they're in front of their pantry or their refrigerator and they're saying, I just bought groceries, but I don't know what to make. Like, I need to see in your refrigerator to tell you what to make. So when someone says, how long do you run ads for? I need to know more information, but if I can't, I have to be able to tell you what I've done in my refrigerator. Like, okay, I have tortillas and cheese. I've made quesadillas. Okay, so how long do you run ads? I check my ads every 3 days. Now, I might be in my ads account every day, but I'm changing the timeline of my ads for 72 hours to see if they're optimized and doing well and breaking even. If they are, I leave it alone. If I'm concerned, I go to 7 days to see what it looks like. Same thing. Am I comfortable with those numbers? Are they doing good? If I'm nervous, 10 days. Okay. And I will go back all the way to 30 days to see if 30 days I'm still doing okay. Now, the reason why I can go all the way to 30 days and the reason why I'm only telling you 10 is because you might be new to ads. You might not even have 10 days of data. You might not even have 30 days of budget. Okay, so you can see how this is so complex. You can see this is why I do one-to-one calls with people, because it can get really hairy. It's like, I'm trying to figure it out, Jenny, right? And I've already been there for 520 days. I did this. Okay, so don't turn off an ad based off of one day. That's just my prayer, my promise, my testimony to you. Like, unless it is so unprofitable, it's not even funny. If it's so unprofitable, it's not even funny, and you should laugh because you could cry, you should have never turned on that ad. I love you so much, but no, I'm not going to say that. Pet peeve, timeout. Sometimes my husband says, I love you, but, and then he tells me something that bugs me, and I'm like, don't put that in the same box. And then I was at my son's class for one of the last days of kindergarten, and the teacher was like, I love you guys, but, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. And I just did it. So I'm going to repent. Please forgive me. Will you forgive me? I love you guys. And because I love you guys, I want to empower you to understand that if your ad is not profitable and you are struggling and losing tons of money, I want you to take a deep look at the creation process that you went through. And if you really have good numbers backed behind there, and when I say good numbers, it means it's being searched and there's room to compete. Many people will pick an oversaturated area and run ads in it. Okay. And that's why I say I love you, because I want to save you from that experience. Don't make a gratitude journal in 14 colors and turn on ads. It's not, unless you're like an incredible designer then message me so we can work together. Just kidding, sort of. But you need to have the foundation. Don't build a book on sand, build it on stone, right? Have the keywords that validate that book so you're confident to turn on ads. That's another reason people are scared to turn on ads, because they didn't go through they went the quick and easy and fast way to make a book. They did what they wanted to do. They weren't actually thinking of their customer. Okay. So when we talk about when do I turn off an ad, how long do I run ads, we need to break it down. We need to give the Amazon online advertising algorithm time to find our customer. Now, you guys know how personal and intimate Amazon is. They know things about us before, like, our extended family, right? When you buy that first baby outfit that you're going to tell your husband you were pregnant, or vice versa, or whatever it might be. Like, we buy so many things from Amazon. They know our customer better than us, and that's why I love ads. But I'm sharing this with you because the 3-7-10 method really helps me to not overspend, but also to keep track of what's working and what's not working. And then as I start to scale, then I expand my framework. When I first started learning ads, my first ads coach was like, yeah, you could check it every 4 to 5 days. And I was like, what? Because Facebook, Zuckerberg, he would spend all my money as fast as he could, because he charges you to show your ad to everybody. He doesn't really have an interest he wants to make money, so he's going to try and find a customer. But the platform that Facebook is on is not a pay-per-click, it's impressions. So anytime that your item is shown on Facebook, you're charged. It's not the same with Beth Jesus. It is literally you pay per click, and that's very empowering. So on Facebook, I was checking my ads every hour because it could be very easy to overspend and spend $100, $200, $300 in one day, making $2,000 to $3,000, $4,000 in most cases. But some days it wasn't profitable. But in the long run, it had to be. And I didn't have this framework to teach me to make sure I was breaking even at a certain way and to give it time. A lot of times I would turn off my Facebook ads and then I would get a sell, because attribution is a real thing. Attribution is the time it takes for those platforms like Amazon, like Facebook, to track sales. Now I know that there is a 48-hour minimum of attribution for ads. So that's why my bare minimum is 3 days. I'm going to wait at least 3 days to make a decision, unless it's going to hurt me financially. And if it does, I should not even be running ads. Okay. So please let me know what questions you have in the comments about 3-7-10. Your thoughts on ads and your goals for ads and how I can serve you with ads. If you are not in, I do have a very small beta group that I'm coaching right now, but all of those people they have purchased my Bids and Budget Masterclass, which comes with 20 strategies. It is now Bids and Budget Ad Momentum Playbook. It's a playbook of every play that I've ran on Amazon. Okay. So if you're interested in learning, this is a skill set you can monetize, where you can take on clients or run ads for them. Some people get burnout of making books, and this is a great segue. I don't know very many people who actually publish books and manage other people's ads accounts at the same time. Most of the people that I learned Amazon ads from books have never written a book before. So there is an advantage to following along with my channel, subscribing, because I also publish. And here's a video that YouTube recommends. If it's one of my videos, click on it. If it's not, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.